before we both passed out, I was exhausted. I was coming off tour in Australia,
And he was
heading
drunk.
to do a 25-city tour in England and Scotland. So I really didn't. It didn't really like hit me how big of a situation it was because his father just got elected, and I just really didn't. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was one of those guys that knew he was going to win a long time ago. And when I landed, I turned on my phone, and there was literally hundreds of notifications and emails from publications that you would either dream of or not dream of to ever fucking be a part of. And I was, quite frankly, I was scared. I didn't want to be. I was like, oh no, what did I do? It was a joke. I thought like me and my fans would just enjoy, and I didn't know it was going to become a fucking global situation at all. Like, no, seriously, I was really like worried. I was like, oh no, I'm going to be fucking remembered as the guy who sat next to Eric Trump. Gross. Like, I worked all these fucking years to establish a great resume for myself. Now I'm going to be remembered to sit next to this asshole. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this the first thing that I had to do was make it funny. Like, that was the number one thing in my head. I was like, oh, this is a testament of every great comedian. Like, you got to go make this funny. So I would do my sets, and I would do the show, like on tour, and I would run to a pub somewhere in an open mic somewhere in England, wherever we were at that moment, and work on that set like at 11 p.m. that night. And I noticed there was like 7 people in the crowd or something or whatever, some open mic we were at, and they would whisper to each other like, that's the guy that sat next to. I was like, holy shit, this is like in the middle of nowhere. It's like, this is so scary. And I called Dave because I wasn't talking to any media, and they were just writing whatever they wanted. And I talked to Chappelle about it, and he was like, no, you got to control the narrative. You got to talk to a few publications or media outlets that that you can trust, and have that conversation with them, and then let them do what they do, and then make it funny. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And and then when I did that, I was at the Cellar. I kept doing a joke, and it's smashing that the joke about that experience, and then I ended up getting Colbert from that. It was crazy. And I got Colbert, and I got Rolling Stone from that, and then from there I got the Special.
Bro, the Special.
But that's how it all kind of worked out.
Thank you, Eric Trump.
Mo, the Special. I was in Seattle. I hadn't talked to you. I didn't know it was coming yet. But whenever I do Seattle, I drive. So I'm driving home, and I live at because you lived in LA. I live at Cahuenga on the 101. I've been on the freeway for 18 hours. I exit the freeway. I turn a left. And there's a billboard with your face directly above my goddamn house. And when I looked up, I saw it, and part of me was proud, but part of me was like, I really need to get some sleep. I'm seeing some shit. But I was like, dude, it was so fun because anytime I go to CVS or anytime I walked with anybody, I was like, that's my homeboy up there. Like, I just kept walking past that billboard, like, I know that dude.
Well, it's very cool, man.
What I want to know is why was Eric Trump
really weird.
coach?
No, hey man, it was first class, but it was first class.
Yeah, I don't know which is weird. You're in first class.
Coach.
Yeah,
Secret Service
I don't know which is
coach.
weirder. You're in first class or he's in coach. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Rob flies assistant coach.
Yeah, I fly
Sitting
assistant
next to me,
coach.
he was definitely in coach. Because I farted at least a dozen times. I mean, he the things that it was one of those things, man. It was really like, honestly, bro, it was really scary. I fucking hated it. I was really worried, and I was just like, ooh, grossed out. It reminded me of that like Simpsons episode when Bart Simpson was famous for saying, I didn't do it, for that.
Yeah.
And it was just like everybody wanted him to say, I didn't do it. And I was like, oh no, this is not how, you literally, I did not want that to be the thing. And then it's like all about just making it funny. That's all I could think about. I was like, yo, go make this super hilarious, period. And as far as the Billboard thing, Sam, like, I think the longer it takes you to get there, it's gratifying, but the like awe factor kind of goes away. Like, oh man, there's a billboard. It was a Times Square billboard too. There was like shit like that. And it was just like so much. All I could think of is those C.W. Kendall gigs and those fucking just horrific fucking Kim Muller shit and all that crap. Like to get there, and then it's just like, oh,
Mo.
Yeah, finally. It was more like, yeah, finally. It didn't feel like, oh man, look at that fucking billboard jerking off. It was just like, yeah, great. I hope it does well so I can get the next one.
But that's because that was your face. For me, it was my homeboy's face because I think I had talked to you like 2 or 3 weeks before, and you didn't say shit, by the way. And then I see.
Why does he have to? He's
going
to have a billboard in a few days.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But when you think back, when you look at the awesomeness of something like a Billboard and a Netflix special in your life right now, and you think back to those CW Kindle days, or think back to the nights at the Showcase, where weren't you there the night of the barroom brawl with when everything got cleared out with Villarreal and I think I called that lady. There was so many nights that we were recording these weird joke shows.
No, I wish that was great.
It was, yeah, it was.
No,
just,
I wasn't there for that.
But those little weird situations, I think were we on the road together when the cops got called on you as a terrorist, or was that a story you told me in Longview? Or I just think back to.
Oh no, I was there with Gary Bell, that fucking asshole.
Oh,
Can't wait to see him again. Yeah, no, I had a feature act booked and it got canceled, so I was like, yo. So it was on the way to Houma, Louisiana, and so I was just like, oh, maybe Gary can just open for. It was really about him being white and supposed to help me, going into the swamps of Louisiana. And
that was your
first
first
the most
mistake,
useless
right there.
motherfucker I could have ever booked. That was a huge mistake. He was the most useless motherfucker
You
I
thought
ever
a
booked.
white dude was going to help you?
Yeah, it was. I just wanted to have him standing there, just be like, "Oh my god," and I would just, pretend like I was like that. And we were there, and so how it is. Like, I forgot who even booked that gig. It was at the Lagniappe Music Cafe, and it was a great fucking. Gary goes up, and I told Gary, I was like, "Yo, man, this is why I'm bringing you. Like, just do your job, this and that. But I just don't trust these motherfuckers, this and that." And he was like, "Oh, you crazy, man, for thinking that." I was like, "Okay." And then we get to the gig, he bombs something fucking horrible, something disgusting. Like, he just bombed so fucking bad. And I was just like, couldn't wait for him to get off the stage so I can go do my thing. I go do my thing, fucking murdered, sold out. At that point, I was still selling CDs and shit. I sold all my CDs, like 27 of them fucking gone. And oh my God, I just made $800 in one night. That shit was like magic. I was like, are you kidding? I made it. That's how I felt. And then they cleared it out, and it became a 21 and up club again. And there was a cop and a plainclothes pantsuit female officer. She asked me for my license, and I was like, "Oh, she probably thinks I'm not 21." Like, I look so young. Yeah. And I gave her my ID, and she goes into that next cell phone, like, beep, 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 and starts giving my driver's license number. And they were like, "It's him." I was like, "It's him." And we walk outside, and there was like a dozen police officers, 6 squad cars. I shit you not. Like, I'm surrounded, and they're starting to question me. Why are you here? I'm like, bitch. My picture is next to you.
Oh no! The
NSA
just shut him out.
Live tonight. Why am I here? I just got off stage. What are you talking about? There's people yelling from the audience that are outside. Leave him alone. He was funny. I swear to God, this shit was wild. This guy pulled up and like this squad car pulled up with a police officer. Was like, "Is that him?" I looked at him. I was like, "Is that you?" I was like, "What the fuck is going on? I don't know what is happening." And they were like, "Why did you go to Japan and Korea?"
What?
And I was like, "Wait, how do you?" First of all, there's no. It was like 2004. I was like, "How do you even know I went to Japan and Korea?" First of all, and they were like, "Well, you searched your room." I was like, "You searched my room?" I was like, "What?" And I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Why were you there?" I was like, "I was performing for U.S. troops, bitch. That's what I was doing. Checkmate, And it was just a whole. They gave me like the short end of the story. They gave me a trash bag full of my belongings. Gary Bell, nowhere to be found, fucking hiding. I see him looking through a window, not trying to defend me.
Japan and
fucking
Korea,
manager's
though,
gone. Everybody's just.
Japan and Korea, though, are allied countries. Like,
sorry, there's a little lag.
Why would that trip a cop's radar? Like, why were you in Great Britain?
They're still working on 1941 intel. That's Houma, Louisiana.
We're friends.
Enough.
Yeah, they are. It's really.
Enough.
You know what? It gets me.
Enough nostalgia. What?
It was really bad. Like, they were just.
What we'll beat this lag here. Enough nostalgia. What are you up to now, Mo? What I've missed you. The last time we saw you, we passed each other in the airport in New York. I believe Sam was with me.
DC.
DC. We haven't really caught up. What is going on in your world?
Not a damn thing. Now he's dead.
Building, man. I'm working on another special right now. Is it off? Hold on. Let me take this earpiece off.
There you go. There you
Can
go.
you hear me better now?
Yeah, we got
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm working on another special. Hopefully 2, and then I working on season 3. I'm in the Chappelle. We filmed everything that we did in Ohio over the pandemic. So I think that's gonna create and be something. And then I have another project that I'm literally contractually I cannot announce at this moment. But
Ooh.
what I can say is it's gonna be amazing for Houston. It's either 2 things are gonna happen. Either it's gonna open up the floodgates for everybody in Houston and be something really special, or it's gonna be a piece of shit and I need to move out. It's either way.
Right, nobody mad if you're swinging for the fences. That's
Hey, listen. You guys better root for it because it's gonna be good for everybody.
Damn
I'm
right.
serious.
I'm
serious. I'm dead serious. It's gonna be a big thing once we announce it. I'm very excited about it. It's something that I've been trying to tell the story for a long time, and I think that I know, bro. It's gonna be fucking massive for Houston. That's something that I've always dreamt about, doing something out of Houston, like something that's authentic to that area, and also, there's some really good stuff. I'm trying to skirt around what it actually
No,
is.
you're good.
But I'll tell you personally, and I'll just say this, that it's gonna be big for Houston artists, comedians, musicians, whatever that you're doing out of Houston is gonna do something very special for us, and that's what I'm excited about above anything else. I swear to God and everything that's all my family. Beyond everything else, I've always seen Houston as a place of like tremendous amount of talent. I think Houston is overlooked. I think most of the artists that make it out of Houston move out of Houston. I still, my home is still in Houston, will always be in Houston. And it's something that I will like work very hard on the next year, is to bring a lot of eyes to Houston. So it's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna really open up the doors. It's gonna give a lot of people opportunities that they never had before. It's gonna bring it to everybody's doorstep, and it's up to them to take advantage of it.
When I hear stuff like this, one, I get very, very, very excited, and I go, I hope that this is something that's going to come to fruition. Then the other part of me goes, is Mo just trying to get his painting on the wall at the Breakfast Club? Is that it? Are you just jealous of Ali? Is that all this?
Let me tell you something, bro. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I've always been an advocate for Houston and Texas in general, and I think that there is just a shit ton of untapped talent in Houston, and I know, this is, first of all, it's happening. The contracts are signed, everything is done. I mean, I'm in the middle of working on it right now, so it's happening. God willing, it's been delayed. We should have done something already, but because of the pandemic and everything else, the opportunities were really slim, and I didn't want to half-ass it. I didn't want to half-ass it, so I pushed things. But I think we'll announce officially sometime in the summer. And then we're gonna go pretty hard in the fall. So it's gonna be huge, man. It's gonna be really big. They're backing it pretty hard. It's gonna be big for Houston, bro. That's all I can say. It's gonna
you can come
be really
on here.
great for Houston artists. And all it is gonna come down to, you can take advantage of those opportunities, and whatever, it's going to bring to Houston. It's going to bring a lot of eyes, and it's going to bring Hollywood to Houston.
Well,
that's
feel
bottom
free
line.
to come on the show and announce it whenever it happens.
Yeah.
I
Well,
will. No, of course. But we'll announce it. I'm going to have a big. I start fucking
I
tripping.
know.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't let it slip.
Yeah. No, we will. We'll absolutely do that, and we'll do something really. Yeah, I got something really significant that's cooking.
Well,
and it's going to bring, like I said, it's going to bring Hollywood right to Houston's door. It's going to be fucking dope for everybody that, has been wanting to be successful in this profession. Here's the thing, man. Like, everybody's seeing that
what a fucking dumpster fire LA is. I've never, I lived in LA for a little while, and they're getting the fuck out of there, number one. Number two is that I lived in LA for a very short period of time. New York was always a staple. New York to me is like the king of comedy. Kings of comedy come out of New York. If you want to be great at a stand-up, you have to be great. You
go to LA to act. You go to New York for stand-up.
Hey, Mo, how come you
Yeah,
didn't tell me
absolutely,
that?
absolutely. So that's why I gravitated to New York, and that's what made me, honestly. I mean, Houston is the city that raised me. Those one-nighters are the ones that earned me my wings, and then it was All That Made Me Funny that gave me the global touring aspect of it. And then touring with Chappelle obviously helped a lot of that. Dave is very singular in his way, like his mindset, but he's giving me opportunities in that stage. And it's up to you at that point.
I imagine Dave Chappelle's a little influential. I imagine
he's definitely influential, but not really sincerely, not necessarily in business. It's up to you. Like when I did the Netflix special, it wasn't because I was touring for Dave. It's because HBO offered me a Netflix special. HBO offered me a special. That's why Netflix became involved to begin with, and I ended up going with Netflix because of its reach and what it could translate into ticket sales.
Yeah, I don't mean that in terms of like hand up or oh man you got, but I mean it in the sense of I sit here as a stand-up comic and you go what a cool fucking just if I can just say that. What a cool fucking thing to be able to call the absolute best at what they do and run something by. I'm stuck with these guys. You
No, bro, it's incredible. We've done over probably almost 2,000 shows at this point, and the stories that I have and the people that I've been able to work with has been insane, bro. It's been absolutely a really special thing to experience. Absolutely, the relationships that I have. The world that he's introduced me to. I mean, he's one of my best friends. I love him to death, and I think that he's an incredible human being that's just a brilliant mind, truly. And that's the way I see him. He's my friend. I see him. Of course, he's a genius and he's incredible at what he does. But I see him as my friend. It's different.
Mo, I want to go back to you said everybody's starting to realize what a big steaming pile of shit Los Angeles is. Back, I want to say it was 2015, Slade and I are coming back from Iraq. We run into you in the airport in D.C. Think you're on your way to the U.K., right? And at that point, I tell you, man, my bags are packed. I'm getting ready to move to L.A. You were living there at the time, and you were like, fuck yeah, bro, come on out. October 2016, I move out to L.A. You had always said, man, second you get to L.A., call me, bro. I call you, and you answer the phone, and you go, hey, man, I really don't think I would be around anymore. I'm dipping in New York. Like, day one, I get to L.A., and you're like, I'm fucking dipping, dog. I'm out.
I set you up, bro. You fell for the trap. No, man.
It's like a pyramid
mess.
scheme.
Look.
That's Mo was making $10,000 for every guy he got to move to LA for a while. It was those old muscles die fucking hard.
That's so true, bro. I remember that now. I'm so sorry about that. That's terrible.
I was going anyway. It's not like you talked me into moving to LA.
All right, good.
I told you I was going anyway, and you were like, fuck yeah, bro. You're going to fucking love it out there. And then when I got there, you were like, this place fucking sucks. I'm out to New York.
First of all, I don't know if I ever said you'd love it there. That doesn't sound like me. You added some creative fucking freedom there.
I think you said you'd kill it. I think you said you'll kill it out there. But
obviously you'll kill it anywhere, bro. You're extremely talented, bro. You're a fucking beast.
You know where you gotta come, Sam? Pittsburgh. That's where the future comedy is. Come out there. I got a timeshare. You can have it for $15.
That's honestly, LA was just like, I can't do this. I can't.
Well, dude,
New York is the spot, bro. New York was the one. New York is still the one to me. Like as far as stand up, man, there's nothing like the Cellar. There's nothing like those clubs there.
No, I left LA October 10th, and I was supposed to just be coming here for 2 weeks to see the family. I have not left.
Yeah, I feel you.
I have a very expensive storage unit in Hollywood right now.
My God.
I am in my high school bedroom at my mama's house, and I'm like, every time I talk to my roommates, everything they say about LA, I'm like, I'm not fucking going back there.
There's nothing. I've always been a proponent of build your own thing. And let them come. I'm a big believer in that, bro. I've been believing that since day one, and now everybody's flocking to Austin. Rogan moved to Austin. I saw him about a week ago, and he's just like, everybody's now flying to Austin. It's like, oh, it's the spot, Texas spot. Hold on a second, time out. You motherfuckers were shitting on us for years. Now all of a sudden, this is the spot. Hold on, time out.
Right?
No. We are the gatekeepers here. We are the ones that have been holding it down here. You got to show some respect out here too, and show respect to your fellow comedians out here. No, you know, this is not gonna fly. This Hollywood shit's not gonna fly here. I mean, that's the bottom line.
That's what I'm worried
like,
about.
You got to come here with like some kind of, you know, humility, like to that scene.
Years ago, Rogan
and Rogan will give that, and Rogan, I think, will do a great job of like, you know, facilitating.
Well,
that.
If it weren't for him, I would worry a little bit, because those guys showing up with their 7 minutes and their egos would not last. I mean, we'd leave a field of dead bodies if it weren't for somebody like him, who's obviously going to have to play gatekeeper.
And he's still going to have to do that. Like, you know, at some level, you can't just sit here. It's not the store. You know, this is not the Comedy Store. This is not L.A. Hollywood is not here. And I believe that people will just head back at some point. You know, a lot of people are just going to go back to L.A. because they want those opportunities. In the end, they want to be on TV. In the end, they want that. You know, I think that a lot of them that, you know, start to do their own things is because they, you know, they're just sick and tired of waiting for Hollywood to dictate to them when they can be on television.
Austin, Texas, and Houston, and all of Texas has just as many shit garbage acts as there are in Los Angeles. So I welcome our friends from LA to come here. And by the way, you know, Rogan years ago when I was working with him at the Laugh Stop, he said, you know, in LA, you can always tell the Houston guys. The Houston guys who come into LA, they got a different style about them. They got a different swagger. He goes, you can always tell them from every other comic in the country, and that remains true today.
Amen.
That remains absolutely true today, and it's not an unwelcoming thing I'm saying. I just want to make sure that they're here, that when they come here, it's just like an understanding of the history that already exists here. That's all that is. You know, it's just like a part of me just feels some type of way about it. And maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm being a little too much about it. But, you know, it's just a thing that I feel like, just at least acknowledge that history. Like when I hear like, oh, Hicks started at the store. That's not fucking true.
Right.
No. You know?
Oh,
like,
God,
you know
no.
what I mean? Like, give me a break. You know?
Well, that's my big worry is with all the flood of comics coming to Texas right now. I don't want these motherfuckers to come here and then click up and think that their clique runs shit.
I promise you this: you give me the biggest clique of LA comics, and any two of us could take them. There's not. It's just two of us. Two of us. Pick any two. Put Trey on your shoulders.
The problem is when that clique walks into a club, all they got to do is get some shitheel booker to fall for that. Hey, we're a clique out of L.A. And then like now they've got their.
Here's the bottom line, Sam. You're either funny or you're not. You're either hilarious or you do or you're not. And it was true from the beginning, and it's still true today. It's never gonna fucking change.
You can't follow.
They'll book you all day. If you stink it up on the road, it's hard to justify that unless you have a following that's gonna come, no matter if you're good or not. You know, that's a whole other conversation. In the end, can you do your job or not, and can you like persevere through certain situations that still make you one of the top guys? That's the bottom line, man. Like, I got into the cellar, yes. The first week, she gave me 1 set. The second week, she gave me 4. The third week, I did 27. You know, like that's Jesus. I swear to God, I was doing 10 sets on Friday and Saturday, including Cafe Wall, which nobody wants to fucking do because you open up for a band. They have 9 shows. That was the bottom line. She had me closing every fucking set for a hot minute before I did my special. Like, I was just on fire, and I was, at that point, 17 years in the game, fucking just smashing. So it's something that Danny Martinez told me from day one. You could be 6 months too early, but you can't be 6 months too late. And once you break in, are you fucking just, who the fuck is this guy? And that's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. It was completely from the playbook from the beginning. I waited. I felt all kinds of type of way. Oh, I should be here. I should do that. Some bullshit immaturity. I was so young. And then, when the moment came, I fucking killed it. That's the bottom line, bro. Like, are you doing the preparation? Do you have a clear plan for what you need to do? Are you filtering out all this noise? Like, all this shit is just noise. Absolutely. Welcome all in. Come on in. Acknowledge the history that exists here. Know it. This is not Hollywood. Come, let's all be, let's try to be great comedians and be friends. Like, that's what it's about, Like, in the end, that's what it's about. Like that's where I'm coming from.
Mohammed Amer, my brother. I know you've got stuff to do. I don't want to keep you too long. We're gonna go to a break here. You're findable, Real Mo Amer, MOAMER, on all things social media. Please go watch what Mo's doing. I love what you're doing with Rami. I mispronounce it all the time. Say hi to Dave Merhaj from me and Sam both. When you're back in Houston, you owe me lunch, fucker, and I'm making you buy this time around because we're now 0 for 2. We're 0 for 2 on the last 2 meetings.
Let's do it. No, let's do it. No, for real. Let's do it, and I'll tell you guys what I'm working on. It's really important that you guys know.
It's to Real stand-up comedy in Houston, Texas, and keep holding the fort down, brother. I look forward to supporting whatever is around the corner for you, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Appreciate
Much love, guys. Let's do it.
We're gonna
talk to y'all soon.
We're going to take a quick break on the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Don't go anywhere on the live feed. Stick around. Find us at Praise Whiskey on all things social, and we'll see you in a second.
Yo, peace.
Thank you.
All right. So quick break.
That went long, right?
Trey, Rob, Sam. We were joined previously by Mo Amer, realmoamer.com. Doesn't matter. At Real Mo Amer. That's simple enough to find.
Click on it, you'll be on a watch list.
I'll figure it out. So good to see him again. We're here miraculously after a week of we pre-planned and we ran last week's episodes on Wednesday for the live stream.
Ice apocalypse.
What happened? You were like, oh, the power might go out.
Yeah, I was no, I didn't have no thoughts about it. Oh yeah, when y'all brought that up, I didn't know that the ice would cause power outage. I had I had no idea about anything. I was just chilling.
You know what's I was in Omaha, Nebraska at an anime convention. There was the high was -2 degrees. The high.
That's great.
That's the high. As warm as it got was -2 degrees. 2 feet of snow. Every restaurant was open. People were driving on the roads like no big deal.
Because they do it.
I know. They do it. I get that. I get on and I almost didn't make the flight. I got the last flight into Houston before they shut down the airport. And I got in there.
Why?
I was going, I don't want to be stuck in Omaha for 3 days. And so I get back and I get off the plane and it's the fucking Middle Ages here. There's no fucking power.
Nope.
There's no food. There's no nothing.
So did you?
I would have been better off in 3 feet of snow.
Did you lose power?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. All right.
And water.
We all lost. Yeah.
Everyone did.
Water for sure. I was.
Not really though. So like my shit went off and I was like, fuck it, and I went to my parents' house. And I was over there, and there's no. But when I went there, it got their shit was off, and then when we checked the thing later, we found that our power came back on. So I could have been at home with power.
So that's one of those things. That's like switching lines at the grocery store.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, this one will be short. Then you get over there, you're like, this bitch has no wire.
I have a coupon. How much is? Can I get a price check on this?
Cool. Oh, you're buying lottery tickets? You know? Oh, you need cigarettes?
Yeah. I lost just enough power to get out of the house.
That's on you.
That's pretty much
I stayed the course. I was like, I'm gonna be right here.
Yeah.
When the power goes out.
Do you have other options though? Not like that, but I'm just saying, like, could you know what I mean?
I got 3 brothers and a mom.
Yeah.
Well, he's a
You know how
loner.
many whores he's got running around town?
Yeah, but he's also a fucking loner.
Of
This
course.
motherfucker
So
also
the
don't like to be
the
with me.
reality
Except
is-
for family. Though. I have family.
Yeah, but even that, like for half a day, I go home.
And he lives an hour away.
Bro, yeah, there's no. I gotta be. I
intentional.
don't do
Yeah, well,
sleepovers.
Yeah.
Like that's not my. Even fam. Like I'll just sleep outside. That's the way I'm gonna kick it. That's so when this shit went down, I was like, man, I'm just gonna ride it out. And it started to get cold. Then it got colder, and then I was like, well, I've slept outside in worse. Like I can't, So I just set my tent up in the middle of the living room and threw
like
a little.
a 12-year-old.
Bro, you know how easy it is to warm up a little space like that?
I guess
I had
so.
my little camp stove. I turned that bitch on. I made some
See,
ramen
this is
noodles.
where you and I are completely
Completely different.
we're
You
completely
ran
different.
away. Where did you
I
run?
ran to Louisiana where they have power and electricity and water and booze. I got out and went to a casino. You're here making a camp
Yes.
like you're in the fucking woods.
I replaced my.
I'm going to the Four Seasons.
You're
Fuck
an-
that shit in Louisiana.
You're an animal.
I did.
Why?
Yeah,
But
yeah. And I
fucking-
went there and I picked Lafayette for 2 reasons. One, it was on the way to gambling, and 2, it had the only all-you-can-eat Popeyes buffet in
Which
America.
was
closed.
Closed because of COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Closed because of
buffet.
and I was a I'm fucking vaccinated. Let me in and get the fucking rice.
you are among the 1%.
I know.
So
You
a
elite
five-
motherfucker.
The 1% vaccinated cheated the one fucking
Good. Then go get a
the
job
Popeyes. Yeah.
there. Go apply for a job.
Man,
and
I
you
was
fry
so
that
mad.
chicken.
And they had the rice, which is fucking discontinued nationwide. Oh.
You poor soul.
I know. I was so fuck. And here's another thing.
As he leaves us like Ted Cruz.
Yes,
I did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I said Ted Cruz knew what he was
Jumped on
doing.
your United flight and went to Lafayette.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a fucking senator. I left the fucking
everybody
podcast.
Everybody bitching about Ted Cruz needs to shut the fuck up.
Oh.
You haters. You all wish you could have gone. You wish you could have fucking gone.
Yes, but we all haven't been embezzling money through our government jobs for the last I don't know how many years. So if he wants, if they pay for it, if the government had paid for it, I'd been on a plane to motherfucking Cancun too.
Oh my god,
Shit.
I've never understood that.
Dude,
What, being mad at somebody going to be happy while you're sad?
Well, that and also just people bitching about embezzlement.
What?
what they do.
Bitching about embezzlement?
It's
I
annoying.
wasn't even making the argument that he actually embezzled. I just meant that he was basically exploiting
No, I
his
got
government
you.
position for money
That's
that I
what
don't
they
have access
do.
to.
That's what they do. Like
Yeah.
my problem with him is when he came back and he gave that bullshit ass little apology.
And he's
and
out there serving
excuse
barbecue
or
with the
whatever.
fucking cop.
That shit right there.
Oh, go
No,
fuck
you even
yourself.
try.
Go fuck yourself.
The only time in his life I would have had Ted Cruz's back if he would just come back and been like,
Owned it.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Weather was getting bad. I fucking dipped.
Yeah.
I'm allowed
He's
vacation
out putting
days.
water bottles in the back of a car.
Capitol Hill's fucking closed. It's not like I was gonna go to work. I fucking dipped.
I don't
Get
mem-
over it.
I don't
If he would
remember-
have said that, I'd have been like, I like this dude.
I don't remember who said it, but somebody said at this point the Zodiac Killer is going to come back and unveil himself just so they don't think he's Ted Cruz.
Yeah. I just want to make it clear, I am not Ted Cruz.
My name
Yes,
is
I
Ted
brutally
Kaczynski.
murdered people. I did, but I didn't leave to go to fucking Mexico like some kind of a cunt.
So you survived. You and
Yeah,
the
I made it. We
just
almost
you and
set
the
our-
wife.
Yeah, we almost just set our apartment on fire though.
Did you try and warm
We were
yourself
trying.
up
What'd you
with
do?
the stove?
We
Did you do some rookie shit? You would die in like 7 of the top 10 most likely things that happen in an
He's going to
emergency
die on
situation.
one of those fucking Darwin lists.
Yes, completely.
You hang your jacket on a space heater.
yeah. One of those.
Getting
one
his
of,
arm out of a fucking vending machine.
Yeah.
Some kind of shit.
one of those things.
I concur with all of that.
Well, I thought if we put the propane tank in the stove.
No,
You know, if you put the radio in the bathtub, it just warms the water.
no, it's a little more stupider than all that.
We went as low as we could get.
No, you don't understand. He was looking me dead in the eye a little bit, and I was watching it, and I was watching it go. I was, oh God, how much worse could this be? We literally went hyperbolic
Yeah.
with the
Let's
two
go.
dumbest things we could think of. Wow.
So we,
Wow.
we gathered, we went gathered wood, like we were trying to keep our country, that we didn't name. So we're like gathering supplies or whatever. We gathered some wood. Got back. We cut it.
And then
We cut it down so it could fit into our fireplace. Got it there. Had some little fire starters with some gel and stuff like that.
I think I know where this is going. Go ahead.
And we set it up in there, and we couldn't get the fire to just stay lit long enough so that the log would catch and all that stuff. So I said, fuck it, dude. We got to get something to ignite this shit. So we found some nail polish remover. And we sprayed it on there. It ignited, but then it, like, caught on to the broom that was next to that.
What broom?
I don't know why the broom was
The
there.
broom was next to
Shay
the
had a
fireplace.
broom. My wife only knows how to do 3 things. She knows how to cook, clean, and kill her husband. So she had the broom was there, and they got caught on
KKK.
That broom got caught onto the carpet. Just caught onto the curtain. So I had a fucking flame.
It's one of the spider to catch the fly.
I said, so it's all crazy. I'm like, oh shit! I just run away and I'm looking for water. I'm trying to figure out a way to extinguish it. We got the fire extinguisher. It was fucking empty. So it's just catching on fire. We're like, what the fuck?
You died in a Mr. Bean sketch.
Welcome back, Rob.
So wait, you just hold the flaming broom.
No,
What else is on fire
I'm
at this
trying
point?
the curtain, the carpet, the broom. This is all like on fire. I'm
It's a
trying to
fire Rube
trying to
Goldberg
stomp
machine.
one out.
Fucking-
Trying to stomp one out. Jordan 5s don't put out fire. They win championships, but they don't put out fire.
Oh, were you worried about getting your shoes dirty at that point?
I'm just trying to like save. I don't want it to go.
So you
crazy.
started low though. You didn't start up high.
No.
Start-
So
started
I'm trying to stomp it out.
Low and let
Nothing's
that just keep
happening.
burning.
Yeah, like what the fuck? So okay. So then I'm running around. I find a cup, like a souvenir cup from fucking like an Astros game or something. And I fill it up with water.
I thought there's no water, so you threw the
And I
cup
let
in the
it-
fire.
And it let out one, and then Shay ended up coming with. She had something. We was able to
Gasoline.
No, Shay thought it was a gallon of water. It was a jug of apple juice. And that put the fire out with a jug of apple juice. I was like, all right, let's go back to my parents' house. We're not gonna be able to survive.
We're gonna
this
die.
shit. Meanwhile, during all
You
this,
two aren't made for this.
my dog never barked. like my dog never made a noise during all of this shit. He just was looking like, look at my dumb ass on us. Like,
Cock that one eye up.
yeah, he's just looking at us, man.
Went back down.
Never
Man,
fucking
we're all gonna
barked.
die in this house. These dumb
That
motherfuckers.
dog said I have chosen poorly.
Here's the thing. It's your dog. Do you know how much dumber shit he's seen you fucking do?
Oh God.
He's
I
probably
wonder
just like, this
what.
is tame, actually.
At this point, he's probably like, "Is this the one that's gonna get me?" Like they probably taking bets. Him and the neighborhood
No.
dogs.
The dog's like, no, I'll be the one who gets the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as that window pops, I'm gone.
Yeah,
These
I'll break it.
motherfuckers are going to stay in here and burn. I'm out.
Yeah.
Nah, we were.
Well, we're lucky you made it alive. Good
I
for
was
you.
gonna be fine. I mean, I was going.
You would
to
have
leave.
frozen so much faster than the rest of us. Like if we all left in a room under the exact same temperature,
Y'all think I'd freeze faster because I'm skinnier?
yes,
Yes.
That's insane.
your marrow would ice over before Sam had a
You
fever.
guys are ridiculous. You guys are crazy.
Oh, you got that young hummingbird metabolism.
It's not
I don't
even
feel
a-
cold.
It's not even youth. It's just genetics. It's just like, yeah, I'm just
Your
like,
tropical ancestors keep you warm.
I'm just built for all seasons.
Motherfucker, you a mailman. Don't believe the hype.
I'm not a mailman anymore. But
Through rain, sleet, snow.
You still carrying
I
that
got that.
Motherfucker
propaganda.
comes around.
He's
I
playing
got
too.
it, I
He
got it.
got it. He just
I
wouldn't give me
get it.
credit for it. He was trying. I'm not a mailman.
Yeah.
no, I was just y'all laughed. Y'all were fine. We got.
Do my shot. Y'all got this.
Outstanding.
we got
Well,
it.
we're grateful
How
you
did
made
you
it
make
through.
it through, Sam?
I was at my folks' house. They have a fireplace.
Oh, okay. You guys-
But it's gas. So
oh, that was lucky.
so we didn't have to go get wood like we were Swiss Family Robinson. We just turned a knob, and that doesn't go out. That like the one thing that doesn't fucking go out
It's gas.
is gas.
Yeah.
So we sitting around that, and then my granddad, when he passed, my mom, she took like this big chest from his house. And one thing was he had these old handmade quilts from Louisiana.
Ah.
These motherfuckers are like 10 damn pounds. Like I went back upstairs, left the fireplace. I was under one of those, and in the middle of the night, I was taking that bitch off. Like fuck,
Jeez.
I'm hot.
Yeah.
Like
I do
This is
got-
the suffering I endured in Louisiana. I was at the DoubleTree, and yeah, and so and
Let me guess, they were out
there
of
were,
cookies.
there was no Popeyes, and every bar waved a magic wand and became a
restaurant.
Yeah, and so they all have to close at 11. So they close at 11. Okay, I get that. Oh, look, a Whataburger right by the DoubleTree. I'll go there. For some reason, the Whataburger closed at 11 too. And so,
Right, that's karma.
yeah.
That's karma. And
So I suffered,
and all
and
the
so
other-
I burnt down the DoubleTree because I was so mad at my suffering. I collected some
Yeah.
wood, and burnt, set fire to a broom. It's burned the DoubleTree to the ground.
I am glad you all survived. We got to get out of here. Episode 892, 893, who even knows? 3 in the can. Mo Amer, our guest. Follow him at Real Mo Amer. Watch everything he's doing. Probably to be seen on some of what Chappelle has coming
Follow
out.
the Whiskey Brothers on TikTok.
Yes, that is out there as well.
Whiskey Brothers. We are Praise Whiskey on Instagram. We are the Whiskey Brothers. No, we are just Whiskey Brothers. No, we are Praise Whiskey on Twitter. That's
It's
right.
all. We're findable. Do that and share some of this stuff and
Follow my OnlyFans.
There you go, boy. We have another episode if you're sticking around for the live feed. The rest of you will see on Friday.
Scams.
And more us soon. Quick break.
Go ahead.
Cool. And then we'll bring on Jason.
Very short. We got 20.
Motherfucker, were you outside today?
Yeah, it felt great.
Jeez.
It felt like it was like
Christ.
fucking like 73 degrees. It didn't even feel like it was 0 last week.
Right? I
insane,
went out to get
man.
the mail. I went back in to get a chair. And was like, I'm just going to sit here on my phone for a minute. And I
Yeah,
I
just
was like-
chilling. Yeah.
Like, literally, I checked my email. I did all my shit. And I was like, I'm not doing this inside this house that I've been cooped up in for a fucking week.
Here's what bugged me. Saturday, I think. Saturday, I went to Rudd's, and all right, do a spot or whatever. But come back out. There's people outside in the cold around a fire, and I was like, why are they acting like they didn't just do this shit for 3 days in your living room? Like, what the? And it was all white people.
Those people are
But-
addicts, Trey.
Okay,
They're not allowed to smoke inside.
that makes sense. Inside
Yeah.
your own house or whatever. Yeah.
No, inside Rudd's. We used to
I
like,
understand. No, but I'm just like, I feel what you're saying. I got you. But I'm just
Because
like,
dude, when I
what?
used to do Canada, like sometimes in the winter, like it'd be like minus 30 and shit.
You still
And
going?
I'd be sitting outside the comedy club doing this and smoking, and people just walk by, and people would say the dumbest shit to smokers. They'd be like, "Man, if it was this cold, I would just quit." Do you know what the fuck addiction means? Do you know what that means?
Like him. Means I do it
Yes.
regardless. Yeah.
I don't want to be here. Not just out here smoking. I don't want to be in your country right now. I'm here because I need to make money.
yeah. Yeah. I
And
don't
while
know.
in the process of making that money, my body is mandating that I go stand outside in this shit because your laws mandate that I have to
Yeah.
do it outside.
You still doing good with the smoking?
I am. I
Okay.
weed has come back a little bit.
It's not the same as cigarettes, so.
No, but you know what though? I first of all, like I've had 2 cigarettes since I quit, and both times I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Yeah, it like okay.
Like
Yeah,
it
that
was just.
thing.
Bleh.
Almost like when you do Lent and then you go back to eating whatever you cut out. You're like, this shit
Yeah.
is disgusting. Like,
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
When I got stabbed, I was on such good food and a liquid drip diet for so damn long.
Okay.
When I finally was able to get up and drive again, I went to a McDonald's and had 1 double cheeseburger, and I thought I was going to die.
Oh my god.
Like my
Yeah.
stomach just reset itself and was like, "We don't.
What the fuck
do
are you
this
doing?
anymore." yeah.
Yeah.
You do this again, and I will kill you.
Yeah, that's dude, I fucking got just speaking of like dieting and shit, everybody's trying to get me into all of these a lot of my black friends trying to get me into all these alkaline diets because of Dr. Sebi. So Dr. Sebi's thing was that you put a lot of alkaline in your body, right? It whatever, you feel better, you feel clean, you just do it for like a week or two. It sort of helps reset things. It says you'll feel the best you ever felt.
I've not
The
heard of this at all.
Yeah, Doctor. Of course, they murdered him. Like, I mean, I do believe he was a little like wacky, a little, a little culty, a little whatever. But I do think there is like a thing where like he, it's just as much as he had wild, shit attached to him. He also did some things that were productive, like really, and so I do think that they murdered him. But yeah, so it's like this alkaline diet. But one of the things that's crazy about it is that you're supposed to you don't shit, really. Like, meaning you put all this alkaline in your body, and it's supposed to. It eliminates the amount of waste that your body will produce. Like basically, like you'll be putting so much good shit in your body that your body will say like, oh, we don't really need to take
None
anything
of it's
out.
waste. I'm going to use
None of
all
it's waste.
this.
We're gonna use all of it. And dude, yeah, but it's all just gas. Like that. Like they don't tell you that part that it's all just fucking. When you and your dog is looking at each other, like, was that you? Like, was it like no, was that you? No, I think that was you. Like, all right. It's all of this.
I don't want to go a day without shit. Like that's my morning routine. Just wake up.
I have never.
Shit.
You shit in the morning? That's weird to me.
Not like first thing. Like
AM shitting is weird.
When I wake up, I gotta pee, right? And
Okay.
then once I get done with that, I come in. I usually open the laptop. Immediately go to the email, see if there's anything that it's pertinent or whatever. Blah blah blah. And then while I'm checking that email, usually about an hour after I get up, I gotta go shit.
Yeah.
And then once that is done, I'm like, the day has begun.
Yeah. If I shit in the morning, I'm sick. You like, God damn, Trey's gonna be in bed for the day. Cause if I get up if I shit in the AM in the morning, while fucking The Price is Right is on, I'm ruined. Something has terribly happened. Something went wrong.
No, I mean, I don't know. I guess I do it every morning. So to me, it's not weird. I'm like, it happens every damn day.
Yeah.
Oh God.
When I was in my early like in like 2021, like around there, I would fucking I would only shit on Wednesdays. My body was just programmed to shit one day out of the week.
Man, I was when I was in my early 20s. Do you know I was 28 the first time I ever shit in public?
Oh really? What took you so long?
I not my toilet. And I was amazing. I could hold a shit as long as I needed to. Like even if I came to your house, I had to like you had to be like one of my boys. I wouldn't shit in your house, like dude. And there were sometimes like I have if I was leaving and going somewhere, I have dropped by my apartment before, dropped the deuce, got back in because when they go, hey man, we're leaving this bar, we're gonna meet over at this bar. I was like, cool, I'll be there. Give me like 15 minutes, and I have left the bar. Gone to my house, shit, then gone to the bar I was supposed to meet everybody.
Total opposite. I love shitting in public. Like, bro, my favorite thing is a spot like brand new gas stations. I'll go in one. I fucking love those.
Walmart,
fucking
baby.
fancy restaurants. It depends on the Walmart. I don't really, you know what I mean? If it's too, not to be racist, but if it's too many Mexicans, I'm not going in that.
When
Mexicans
I'm on the road,
they hold on to
bet.
Mexican traditions. You know they don't fucking. You know they don't put the paper in the bowl because the plumbing's so fucked up in Mexico, so they put it in the can.
That's true.
It's fucking. It's like I don't want to see it, but I'll shit anywhere but my house sometimes.
Well, now nowhere is sacred. I don't give a damn. Now
sacred?
Yeah, baby. If I gotta go, I just gotta fucking go. But if I'm on the road, like before I pull into a Phillips 66 or some gas station that might have the lock blown off it. If I see a Walmart, I will pull up. I'll park all the way in the back of the Walmart because I know it's right there at the front of the store.
Yeah.
They don't even get to pull that. Oh, you have to buy something. Bitch, I'm on the other side of the registers. I just go, okay, bam. I'll walk right back out. And I'll give the dudes on the way out.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, exactly. Just like you don't actually have to like buy shit from Walmart to return it there. It's the same thing. You don't have to be I don't have to be a paying customer to
If
shit
they
here.
sell it, they will give you the money and they will put it back on their shelf.
Yeah, they just busted a guy though. $2.1 million in fucking Walmart returns. What? Just kept doing it, and they caught up with it. Yeah, they caught up with it.
Wow.
You can buy a Walmart.
But the best bathroom I've ever went to was in Memphis. It was like you just walked in.
Oh, look who's showing off their traveling. Look at you just name dropping all the places you've been. I've been to Memphis. I've been to bathrooms.
You don't need a passport to go to Memphis. That's the only.
You should.
Barely.
yeah, that's really funny. But they had one where you walk in and it's just every one is a stall. So the whole thing is unisex.
those
Have
are
you
nice.
been to a Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Bucky still got urinals.
No, yeah, they have urinals, but the entire outer rim is blanketed with stalls, and not only that, there's a hand sanitizer thing in every stall. Like it's right
That's
on
for
the
jerking
outside,
off.
so you can sanitize before you touch the door. Go in, do your business, sanitize on the way out. Like, and they clean it every 30 seconds.
Well, obviously Bucky is the mecca of shit.
Yeah, it's the gold standard of shitters.
Exactly.
All right, if you guys are watching stream, we're taking a 2-second break. We're gonna come right back. We have the second episode in 3 minutes. All right. Is the channel potted up? No audio.
It looks nice.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Whiskey Brothers podcast,
You remember when we said one day we'd figure that out?
episode 894. We are your Whiskey Brothers, Slade Ham, Rob Mungle, Trey Tudson, Sam Damaris, our crew, as always. And I got to mention this tonight. There is a show, Jerry Wayne Longmire, right over there. This is Friday, and tonight in Lake Jackson at the Wine Review, you can catch Jerry Wayne Longmire along with Andy Huggins. He's bringing Huggy Bear with him as our good buddy Andy Huggins, the original outlaw comic Andy Huggins.
Everybody loves it.
Will be fantastic. Andy Huggins will be featuring for Jerry Wayne Longmire, and JW has been running the ones and twos, I guess, but also picking up the 4-seat when somebody's not in it, and he's at all of our live affairs. And Jerry Wayne, your stand-up currently is one of my favorite things to watch because you have gone from the conservative I met to the liberal that you've become, and coming out of that
I
voice.
like to think that was my doing.
It might be. It's remarkable. Jerry Wayne Longmire at the Wine Review with Andy Huggins tonight. Go catch it. I'm sure you can message him on Facebook for details about that. We have a cool episode.
Yeah.
We have guests. We have Jason Douglas will be here, an actor that we all know from Preacher and Walking Dead and others.
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Many things. We'll talk to him about that. We have survived a snowpocalypse, and we are all in the same
And
room.
now it's fucking laying by the pool weather. A week
Instantly,
later.
it went from this is the most amazing. I had frostbite on my hand as I changed pipes out to I laid in a
To
hammock
sunburn.
and read a book. A hammock.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Rob.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, we had an episode where the three of us decided to verbally assault you
Yeah.
for being thrown on Facebook in jail again.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
2 days after the episode.
Hang on.
No,
Yeah.
the two of
Rob,
y'all.
I
didn't do anything.
you because
said nothing.
you didn't say anything at all. You just you went, Rob, you're a grown ass man. You didn't
Yeah.
say
I
that.
said that,
You
but
didn't
that's
say.
not the same as what y'all said.
You didn't.
Yeah, you're a grown ass man is a fact. That's not verbal abuse. You're a pussy if you're a grown ass man. It's verbal abuse.
Okay, I do forget that.
Counsel.
We went a little over. It got aggressive.
Well,
and
well.
Rob, I just want to say this. I still think you're a fucking punk ass motherfucker for getting kicked off. But this son of a bitch is also
a punk ass motherfucker.
I literally didn't do anything.
Have you not met your cellmate?
I know.
Has he not hit him in your sleep? You didn't get one of those?
I did 24 hours.
Yeah.
Jay
Look, I'm the hurricane. You're fucking a guy on a fucking weekend DUI.
Yeah, this turned into how'd this turn into American History X but backwards? This is how you meeting him in the
I'm
laundry?
the most dangerous motherfucker. I handle the laundry. Dude, the Super Bowl halftime special. We're talking shit about the weekend.
You didn't do anything, did you?
Jay Wayne goes, I think synchronized dancing is the work of the devil. And I said, and synchronized swimming is the work of the white devil. White devil, hate speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone.
Well, whatever. That's why you guys are on that side of the table. You are on watch.
I'm on watch right now because this fucking there's a dude that I went to school with who's just like high alert racist. So like it's new. I didn't know. We were cool. We used to skateboard together, all kind of shit. And this motherfucker, he just posted something about abortion. Like he was like, killing babies ain't cool. And I was like, but women's rights is. You know what I mean? So it's like a big back and forth. So I'm thinking they're gonna probably, it's
You're on a watch list.
Yeah, it's a bunch of conservative people, so they might try to report me for something, but I don't really say wild shit.
I didn't agree with it, and I always thought, I was like, dude, if you're a grown man, and you click that report thing on another grown man, you're a bitch. Man, after they put me in there with the most trivial shit,
you're reporting everybody, aren't you?
Every motherfucker.
I do too. I do too now.
Say some shit I don't like.
Here's the thing about that.
Play this game. Let's go.
I believe that weird, in some weird way, I believe that goes on your permanent record. I feel like one day they're going to be able to go back and look it up, like my voting record for Senate or something, and I'm going to be the dude who snitched and then stitches, and you know how that works.
I hope it does.
It don't. They don't fucking approve all of them. I just recently had one denied. It was like a video that whatever.
You
some
are
shit.
the snitchiest bunch of. I've never been more disappointed in two people in my life.
Some shit circulated. It is like I'm getting a new view on a lot of people I hang with. A lot of people are bitch ass niggas, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of like seeing it. So I was like, man, fuck this. I'm just gonna put a stop to this shit. And it's for a good cause. But I was just like, all right, I'm gonna report this fucking video. So I read the video, and I'm like, yeah, this is intense violence and blah, blah, blah. And them motherfuckers wrote me back like, this is not how this works. They kept the video up.
We're sorry your feelings are hurt. We're on
Bullshit.
Facebook. You can join us. We're easy to follow if you just search the Whiskey Brothers. Like always, we're joined by guests, and if you were fortunate enough to catch Mo Amer on our last episode, you're also going to see more guests as we move forward. This week, Rob, you've loaded the guns.
I like to think so. This is a good friend of mine. I don't know if you guys have ever met him, but he has appeared as Satan on Preacher, of which I am jealous to no end.
Of course.
He's appeared on Better Call Saul. He's appeared on The Walking Dead, and we have done many an anime together. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jason Douglas. Are you there, Jason?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Oh, outstanding.
Rob, that's a hell of an introduction, man.
Well, I do what I can for my friends. How are you, my friend?
I appreciate it. Well, thanks for having me on the Great Whiskey Brothers show.
I appreciate it. And I got to tell you, I watched the season where you were on as Satan on Preacher. I've known you for a number of years. I did not know till almost 3 months after the show aired that was you.
I wasn't sure if it was me. That was insane, man. I was decked out like head to foot in it was a creature build, like no shit. K&B Effects Studios, who also do The Walking Dead, they do Predator. They basically did a full body cast, including my face, and then they just kind of built that out. So that's kind of what I'm gonna look like in about 40 years, with all that,
Jason,
go ahead.
how long were you in the seat for the Satan?
So it's interesting. I had to go out to LA twice just for the build, for the molding and all of the, the process to build that. And then they made this kind of amazingly beautiful piece of art. I mean, the hands that were on that and that had to go to like create that. These guys are true artists and craftsmen. And then on the shoot days, they budgeted for about 6 hours of chair time to get into that thing.
How heavy?
And they got good at it. I mean, they got good at it. They pared it down to like 4 hours, but it was the first day was hell.
Jason, how heavy was it? How hot was it?
Brother, it was not heavy because I tell you, they build it out of this kind of lightweight material, but it was hot because you can imagine it's this foam suit, like, everything from the arms, the face, all the way down to the mid thigh. Everything had to be built out, and it had to be painted.
And you're
even
filming
the face.
in hell, so I mean, God, you're on location.
When you
Absolutely.
when you take on a role like Satan,
Hey,
for research purposes, do you call my ex? Do you
Right?
Like, how do you decide this is how I'm gonna play the absolute overall Lord of Evil? Like this.
Yeah.
Is there pressure there? Do you feel a little overwhelmed? Like, oh, if I'm not evil enough.
Yeah. I don't know that any of us are. To be honest with you, though, man, I didn't want to. In keeping with the tone of the show, I didn't want to do like a Satan stereotype, right?
Yeah, you played him almost like a sleazy salesman kind of thing, or
yeah. If you've ever seen like Glenn Ross, the great David Mamet play, or the movie, it to me that was more like who this guy was.
For closers.
There you go. That's it. That's it. From your ears, from your mouth to Satan's ears, brother. Yeah. That's exactly.
That was, and I tell you, I did not. I loved it. I loved the portrayal before I even knew it was you, and I was like, God damn, I know that guy. Fuck, because we've done.
How excited were you to like, what is that phone call like when you call a family member to tell them, hey guys, I'm playing Satan.
Yeah. Little silence on the other end, wondering if I'd crossed over, to the other side.
They're like a small pause, and then they go, "Well, it's not porn," and then you just
you're not quite there yet. At least that we know about, right?
My mom would prefer porn.
Yeah.
My mom would, you will not play the devil. No.
Call us when you're Jesus.
Exactly.
Then they
You
said,
know who's great? That Jim Caviezel. He's really great.
you know him? Why don't you call him?
My mom's not Jewish.
I was just gonna say, why the fuck is your mom going to temple?
No, I was just doing other moms.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you also appeared on The Walking Dead, of which I was a huge fan.
Yeah.
You past tense that.
I past tense that. I'll be honest with you. I watched it up until the first when they bashed in the heads of everybody. That's when it jumped the shark to me.
It did for a lot. It did for a lot of fans, and that was my experience too. It was just kind of like realizing there's like everything that happened before that event, and then kind of everything afterwards, because a lot of fans dropped off. Some came back.
So
but
I stuck with
I'll be
it.
honest. Like, I don't know if you watched that live. That was like maybe the most brutal minute and a half of television. I thought at the end of season, I think it was season 5 when that happened. I can't remember anymore, but
I think so.
I thought it was a really effective 90 seconds of horror.
Yep.
But it was also it was also hell on the ratings. And when they came back, and I think fans felt it was a bit gratuitous when we came back for the next season. And kind of had to live through it all over again, but this time you kind of saw it happen. And you saw go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's a tough spot in when you do something bold or that magnitude, and you go, oh, this is going to make some waves, and then you go, oh shit, how do we come back and keep doing a show after this?
Yeah.
For me though, like I was diehard. I stuck with it through that. They came back the next season. I stuck with it. I was like, dude, I trust the process. These motherfuckers, they can save it. And then there was a point where there was a giant gunfight. And one dude brings a tiger to the gunfight. And the tiger is mauling these motherfuckers, and these dudes got AKs, and nobody shoots this fucking tiger.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, this show is not for me anymore.
And the guy looked just like you, too, by the way.
Yes. First of all, fuck that show because I didn't get that part. How do I not get King Ezekiel? Are you fucking kidding me? I live in Los Angeles. I'm there.
I'll tell you, when they killed Glenn, that's afterwards, it was so, like you say, it was very gratuitous, very, they built up to it and all that. To me, after that, it was like trying to watch another hour of porn after you come. Because it's like, this is it. This is the best. They should have just ended the show. And I was like, I got nothing left. I don't want to watch the porn anymore.
I'd have been like 15 minutes of porn.
Yeah.
But an hour.
Well, I respect the art.
Speak for yourself. That's the best time to watch it.
Because you really dig into the plot without all that sexual.
No, because you're too lazy to get up and look
like
for a remote. That's why. It's around here somewhere.
Jason, do you know? I'm going to ask because Rob hadn't said. Do you know Rob through the anime world?
I do know Rob through the anime world, but I actually knew Rob before. I think we all. I don't remember the timeline. I used to see Rob do gigs at the Laugh Stop in Houston.
Yeah.
What has it been? 25 years ago now. I don't know. I hate to use numbers. It was Rob and it was Andy Huggins and we have a mutual friend, Tommy Drake. I mean I think he's been on the show with you guys as a matter of fact. But I was a big I was just an actor in Houston, and I loved stand up, and I used to go to Laugh Stop all the time, and I'd go drink on open mic nights, and there would be Rob killing it at about 12:30 in the morning with his notebook and his profanity. It was,
Rob with a notebook.
That sounds fucking right.
Wow.
That sounds about right.
Back when
He
Rob
had new jokes?
when he
those were back when he was known as a blue comic.
Instead of just a gray one?
Yeah, he's toned it down a little bit over the years.
Yeah,
I think.
I have fucking done that. Yeah, I have. But yeah, you've done a number. I don't know if because we never worked together. When you're in anime, you never work together with anybody. You're always by yourself in the studio.
Right.
So I don't know how many we've done together, but I know we've appeared in several together.
Oh yeah. You know what we did appear in, Rob? I bet you've forgotten this. You and I did a low budget commercial for like an alarm company in Houston. Do you remember that?
Yes.
A-Link USA.
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh God damn. Fuck me.
Oh no, do tell.
Yeah.
Do tell Rob. This is the you we don't get to see very often.
Yeah,
Are you all corporated up? Or you?
No. This was. God, what did we do?
It was called, the company was called A-Link USA. They're bankrupt now. Like, they don't exist anymore.
No shit. They put their advertising dollars into Rob Mungle. They
ran that ad, and then people started looking up Rob's material, and they got canceled.
Yeah.
So
Bigfoot come.
I don't want that guy guarding my house.
Yeah.
Your wife's a what?
God, I do. You know what? I vaguely remember this because I was hammered on that fucking set. Because I remember I was hungover the night before and I started drinking to fucking get through it again. Because I was so hungover and I don't fucking barely remember this shit.
Yeah. Rob, do you remember Ernie's on Banks?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's we probably had more chats back then. That was
Lou Temple. You remember Lou Temple from there?
Of course, yeah.
He's going to be on the
friend.
show next week. We're going to have.
Oh, good. He's a good get. That guy.
Yeah.
He'll have a few stories to tell.
Yeah.
Jason, what do you have coming up? Are you putting on any prosthetics in the future, or are you
Man,
going to be yourself?
I will go where hired.
Yeah.
But
I'll be playing Young
Young
Satan.
It's a spinoff of Big Bang Theory. It's the Young Satan.
Exactly. I'll be consulting on that.
Elementary school days.
So, now I've been doing a little work. I've been working on an episodic that's shooting here in Dallas, and I've had a couple of independent films. I've got something called Red Stone supposed to come out later this year with some interesting actors. Michael.
I think you should just leave it at Michael, and we can all put
his name is Michael. All the guys' names.
This could be anybody. It could be anybody from
Winslow
to To Chickless.
Michael
To
Keaton.
Chickless, yeah.
It's just Michael Winslow. He's making weird noises, and I just, why does this guy always sound like a goddamn helicopter?
Are you doing anything else on Better Call Saul? Because I remember you were on one of those, right?
So I did Breaking Bad, and I was in about 3 episodes, and my hope is that I get to go back and do some Better Call Saul as my obviously younger version, slightly, by a year or two. But yeah, no, I haven't actually done Better Call Saul yet.
Yeah.
I did a few episodes of Breaking Bad.
That's right. I remember. I get those confused.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same. It's the same show. It's the same show.
Two totally different shows, Rob. That's
Same
important.
universe, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to take a break, Jason. Are you pimping
No
anything? Where can people find you?
I'm online, Twitter, Mr. Jason Douglas. I'm also on Instagram at Jason Douglas 2040, and there's a Facebook page out there somewhere, but who cares?
I'm guessing Satan was taken.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm guessing Satan was taken on every platform.
Okay, come on. That's been gone since 1997.
Tim Curry's still sitting on it.
I think Satan at AOL.com might be around. I don't know.
That's me, actually.
Satan 666. You can find Jason. Go investigate his acting work. Find his IMDb page and go look up some of the stuff he's doing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Rob, you want to say some goodbyes here?
Thank you so much. Good to see you, Jason. We'll have to grab a drink again next time.
You too, brother.
That's and I'm gonna crash that party as well. We have more Whiskey Brothers podcast. If you guys stick around, we're coming right back.
Thanks, Jason.
Is he still there? Or you gone? Oh, okay. Perfect.
That's why I love you guys. The Whiskey Brothers podcast continues. Slade, Sam, Rob, and Trey Tutson. Special thanks to Jason Douglas, who just popped in. You can find him easy to find at Mr. Jason Douglas or Mr. Jason Douglas.
I got a show tomorrow.
Where?
At Rudd's.
You're at Rudd's tomorrow?
Headlining the Riot. Some shit.
You're headlining the Riot on Saturday?
Yeah. I'm not headlining. Look,
You're closing. You're going last. You're going last.
Yeah. So whatever. You want to come out, see me? It'll be new shit.
It's a good weekend to see Whiskey Brothers Adjacent Comedy. Trey will be at Rudyard's. You can catch Jerry Wayne Longmire Lake Jackson Wine Review with Andy Huggins. That is happening tonight. So we'll post that on the Facebook page as well. You're gonna jam out some new stuff. You just kind of playing.
Yeah, I gotta stop oversharing so much, but I'll do it for here.
Why? Why start that shit?
Yeah, what could you possibly do that would make our fans go, wow, I can't believe Trey said that?
This saying too much.
Because your dad got mad at you about some shit, isn't it?
No. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
So wait, hang on.
I'm kind of disconnected from my family. Might change my name to Muhammad.
Okay, if that already fucking happened, then why are you worried about oversharing now?
So let's
because it's like too much. So like but I'll do it for now. I had some weird shit happen. This is about a couple weeks ago now, I guess.
Uh-oh.
This chick I was talking to or whatever.
With or without your wife's permission. Is it important to the story?
Why would you bring that up? Why would you?
Is it important to the story?
Did I say it?
Okay.
Nigga, no, it's not. Don't say it. Like, what are you doing?
Tell your story. Tell your story.
Off the record.
Stop oversharing.
Right? Nah, it's this girl. So it's like a kid out there that whatever.
Let's not call them kids.
No, it's a kid. It's a kid. So
you never get the story.
He may or may not. Whatever. It might be another Trey. So
wait. Whoa. What? May or may not be another Trey. You're not gonna fucking walk. You're gonna bury the lead like that.
Let him gloss over.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not glossing over it. I'm not burying the lead.
You're kind of burying the lead.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. I swear to God, I've heard this all my life. What the fuck is burying the lead, Rob?
Don't. Burying the lead.
He doesn't know.
No, I'll tell you. I do know what it means. No, I do know what it means. But do not look it up. Do not look it up. Do not look it up.
Don't look it up. Wait, give it a minute. Give it a
Wait,
minute.
give him a second.
You
God
motherfucker. Burying the lead means when you don't put the first story on the front page of the paper. You bury the lead.
This ain't the first story.
Yeah, this is the lead.
You haven't heard the rest of the fucking story.
Unless he
you don't know
kills,
what got
unless he
buried.
kills the kid,
You won't shut
that's
the fuck
burying
up.
the lead. Unless he murders the child.
There's a baby Trey. Let this
Trey,
happen.
I'm listening.
It might be a baby or something like that. So I go see the
Girl
chick.
you
I
were
go
talking to.
Yeah, it was a while back. So I go to talk to her.
Wait, how far back?
Let's go.
How was the kid?
This is a lot. You're unpacking a lot here, buddy.
How
You're
does
Carry on. I'll tell you a story. I was just trying to get.
No, I got you.
Is it crying or talking? That's all I'm trying to figure
I don't
out.
want to overshare.
All right, that's
so.
okay. Go ahead.
But anyway, it's a kid. So I go talk to the girl. I'm like, all right, this kid looks fucking nothing like me. Eyes are straight. It's like a
You're
whole
looking
ton
right
of
at
shit.
me.
I'm just like,
You're looking right at me.
Yeah, you're staring daddy in the eye. So I go to see. So then she tries to pin the other three
Drank
kids
that bottle with no chaser.
on me.
Oh,
She goes, yeah. She tries to pin the other three
Yeah.
kids on. I'm like, oh wait. This kid maybe because the duration fits, but these other motherfuckers, this is on you, baby. Like I
They're
don't
not
know what's going on.
quadruplets.
No, it's not quadruplets.
That's you can't argue that.
I will say this: the kid that's supposed to be my kid, he has like just let's say he has a name. Let's say his name is Ralph, and then his younger brother name is Ralph Jr. I have no idea why the fuck that's the case, but that was the case.
Is this bitch being the George Foreman?
Hang on.
See?
Is the second kid the kid of the first kid?
That's what That's what that indicates.
Yes.
But
that the first kid had a kid.
She said that they
Kind
looked.
of like when you eat your twin.
She said the reason she named him that was
Create
because
your own brother.
they looked alike at birth. So she was
God.
like, "Oh, he looks just like Ralph."
She just
so Ralph
too lazy.
Jr.
Bitch is too lazy to come up with another name.
Yeah, I don't pick him well. So this wasn't supposed to even turn to this. So I was like, all right. So I'm like, look, we'll see.
So
about
the
this.
she thinks the third one is yours because it's Ralph Trey. They call it
or
Trey
some shit. Yeah,
Trey.
right. So I'm like, all right, we'll see what's up. So I if anything, I'm going through some shit. I go to talk to my dad. So I go talk to my dad, and I go, hey, Dad, is this kid, blah, 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 the whole thing with the kid. And he was just like, oh, shit, you got outside kids too? And I was like, what the fuck? Dude, what is that? Are you drunk? He's just driving. Like, he's talking to me in the backseat like, yeah, dude, you got outside kids. Like, yeah, it's fucking crazy, blah, blah. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Wait, what does he mean by outside kids?
My brother's an outside kid. My brother is. I'm oversharing again. These motherfuckers. So anyway,
y'all let him in when it was cold.
Yeah, my brother's like a.
No, outside the family.
My brother's what you call a certified male baby. Like my dad checked
Somebody
him.
signed for this motherfucker.
Exactly. My dad checked the mail. Was like, I got a fucking son. If I wouldn't have just checked the mail,
Is your name? No.
No, I'm not him at all.
And you're a mailman.
So my dad.
You fucking part of
My
this.
dad's joking with me. Yo, you got a fucking outside kid too.
Not
blah,
a
blah, blah.
process server.
So then we go to this thing, like there's a bunch of people there. People wearing masks and shit, but it's like this religious thing he asked us to go to. Me and my buddy. So we go with my dad there, and there's all these people. It's weird. Like it's like they like set up like a Mecca simulation. Everybody's like there, but like they're like in white robes and shit. It's like it looks like the scene from Malcolm X.
His eyes
You
wide
ever
shut.
seen it? You ever seen? No,
Yeah.
no. But you ever seen Malcolm X where he goes over there
To Mecca.
and
Yeah.
they're circling around. It's like somebody set some shit up like this. We go with my dad to this thing just like as support. Oh my bad, as support. So we go there, we get there, and there's this girl. She's there. She's like dark skinned. She's like nice looking chick, right? She looks nice or whatever. So I'm talking to her, blah blah blah. And I'm like, she's like, why are you here? I'm like, I'm here with my dad. Da, 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 da. Who's your dad? It's like, my dad right there. She's like, that's your dad? I was like, yeah. She's like, holy shit, that's my dad too. So
I shouldn't laugh there.
no, it's just a paw. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. She's like, no, that's daddy. Like I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm just sitting there, we're talking and we're looking at each other, looking at each other's features. She was like, you gotta know, he has like a whole other family.
Wait,
I'm
she
like,
knew.
"What?" Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? She goes, yeah.
Does he like halfway through Christmas dinner be like, I'll be right back, and then he just has to get up
This
and
is the smoothest motherfucker in the world. It has to be. So she goes, yeah, he has like a whole nother family. I go, what? She goes, yeah. It's like, great. I'm like, no, not my dad. No, fuck out. She's like, I'll prove it to you. She goes in her purse. She pulls out a family portrait. Shows me the portrait. It was just like 8 aliens. Dude, I was so fucked up on shrooms during this ice storm that
You motherfucker. You mother Fucker.
But it was a story that happened. Why did you hit me?
You mother.
I apologize. That was fucked up. You give me
motherfucker.
back. That's,
No, I'm not
nah,
gonna
but
hit
you
you.
should.
Nah,
I don't want because I don't want you hanging on to this and this be some shit you bring up in
Nah,
like
hit
3
you with
weeks.
a rock.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, you had just get that
Slade.
shit out.
No, you're good.
I was mad at you for interrupting him. I want to apologize for that.
Oh no,
You know what?
no,
I
no.
really did.
I sensed
Hey,
it.
what y'all
I
got?
felt it. There was
I
a
just,
Hey, y'all have fucking something? No.
I just felt like
Why don't you bitch about grass or some shit that just you sick of with your old ass, irritated ass fucking skin? You got something?
irritated ass skin.
You got another big head baby on the way? What about you? You been meditating or some goofy shit? You got a new book you reading? A whole new bookshelf you finna build this shit?
keep insulting.
Don't
me with
tell
your
me you got fucking-
meditation and bookshelves. Keep it up.
You know, I felt like I just watched The Usual Suspects. It's like,
We didn't almost light ourselves on fire, though.
yeah.
I was saying
I'm not gonna be lectured
We
by a
got-
dude
we got
who lit his
time.
living room on fire. Motherfucker.
This motherfucker, listen, let me just tell y'all before the break, where are we going? I gotta, let's go. And this nigga just hits the button. Well, all right, bitch, that's what we got.
I wasn't complaining. Look at me. Did I complain?
Nigga, you slapped me. You had a problem with it. Who the fuck is slapping somebody that don't have a problem with some shit?
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my God.
I did slap you. It was a reflex. That was some pin up shit. That was probably wasn't even you. That was
So your
probably
dad has
no
no
stop.
outside
Hang on.
kids?
I need to get this out.
Yeah,
This was-
literally. In the universe, motherfucker.
This was probably some shit I needed to get out.
6 light years away, I got a brother.
But I don't want this slap to be a
Also
thing.
unsuccessful.
He's one of those big-eyed aliens, and they're still crooked. The Greys. He's got one crooked eye.
the sketch artist is like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah. No, it was really weird. He
fucking
told me to suck his dick behind a dumpster. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's a fucking alien wanted me to suck his dick behind a dumpster to get out of work. I don't know what the fuck happened. He had a fucking weird eye.
There were 3 other guys in the ship, but they've all killed themselves.
So funny.
Oh, God.
By the way, we didn't even mention what we've been drinking. This is a Breckenridge Colorado whiskey. This is the port cask finish. That's why it's got that
That's
sweet
what
ass.
dude. I finally figured out that's my thing. I port and sherry casks.
The sherry cask is my fucking heroin right now.
You need
but
another one, Trey?
No.
Did I hit you too hard? I
Oh,
smacked
my
it.
God.
I fucked him up. I broke.
Did you hit him in the head?
I broke Trey.
Did you hit him in the head?
Well, I just gave him a thunk. It wasn't like knuckles or nothing.
He's small.
I do it with my ring. I know. I forgot his bones were
damn it.
frozen from the.
You
from
got
the-
hollow bones.
his bones are
You
frozen.
think you can fight an eagle with those bones, Trey?
No, I've also
you
had
can-
8 concussions
you
in
can
my
beat
whole
up,
life.
and you don't think
I
an
have,
eagle's
my
gonna.
God.
I have more CTE than Antonio
Are you
Brown.
Troy Aikman? What the fuck?
Nah, I've had a lot of concussions. You're fine, buddy. You're fine.
I know, but you gotta tell people. You gotta come in and tell people you got 8
Well,
concussions.
I also don't
Expect
expect
people
a
to
nigga to
punch.
hit me in the motherfucking head after telling a story that he told me to tell.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You might not have known he had 8 concussions. You did know he just had a car wreck, though.
Yeah, it's not the same as
I
like.
got 1 concussion.
It's literally like if you did you fuck my lady, then I expect to get slapped.
Tell the truth.
Hey man, feel time. You gonna feel it with that? What the fuck?
I'm not gonna feel right unless you get 1 lick it. Like I
No,
need.
I'm not gonna.
No, but I need you to
Oh,
do
it's
it.
gonna happen. You can't
Slade,
have it when you know
think
it's
I don't
coming.
know what this is? This is older brother shit. You done fucked up one of your brothers.
Yes.
You're like, look, hit me
Yes.
back. Don't tell. No, I'm good.
No,
No, I don't know when I'm gonna hit you.
If you don't hit me back, I'm gonna dangle a spit drip into your mouth as long as I can drip it.
Jesus, I can only imagine what your fucking house was like. I have no brothers. And I'm just like, wow.
That's what that shit is.
I always thought it would be cool, and then like I see you and your brothers just when y'all get together, I'm like, I didn't miss shit.
I will
Oh, no,
literally
it's-
sit on you until you die.
so violent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
that.
They're like a fucking hockey team on the road.
All right, well I feel bad now. If you're not all right next week though, like what if you don't normalize?
Oh man, I'll recover. Man.
Well, we'll
How
find,
long does it take?
Well, we got an alien who can
I've
fucking
had
come in and do
8
10 minutes.
concussions.
How long
It's
does it
fine.
take? How long is it gonna take me to teach your kid how to fucking do this?
How to do? Oh,
Is he funny?
That's no kid. I don't know,
All right,
man.
that's-
Shit.
Raise a glass
Gotta
if you
stop
guys got
coming
one.
in people.
That's
Dude, I'll be honest. Use a rubber if you have a threesome out
That's
there.
good
Just to tell
advice.
you,
No.
don't do this shit raw.
Cut everything after rubber. Just use one.
I've never had a. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I've
just-
never used anything.
We've become like the end of The Price is Right. Spay and neuter your pets. Use a rubber.
Hail Satan.
People,
Also,
special thanks to Jason Douglas for popping in. Easy to find at Mr. Jason Douglas or Jason Douglas 2040 on YouTube. I think Mo Amer on with us earlier this week. If you missed that episode, we have guests coming. Who's here next week? Do you know?
I mentioned him earlier.
Your homie.
Yeah,
the
just
fucking guy.
Lou
Lou
Dodge.
Temple.
Lou
Lou Temple
Temple.
and somebody else.
Dodge.
Lou Dodge. Yeah, Lou Dodge.
I
Lou
don't know.
Dodge coin.
There's Lou Temple.
Yep, Lou Temple. And somebody else.
It's next week.
Is
Womack.
Ashton Womack?
Womack. Ashton Womack. There you go.
Great. A guest I can talk to.
Previous member of the Whiskey Brothers, Ashton
Say
Womack.
shit on that first episode.
I don't know Mo.
We'll be back next week. You guys know where to find us. If you have a chance to share some of these clips, we encourage you to do that. On behalf of Rob Mungle, Sam Damaris, Trey Tutson, I am Slade Ham. Special thanks to Jerry Wayne Longmire on the 1s and 2s and the 3s and 4s operated by AT Adam Taylor. We'll see you guys soon.